Hey, what's up guys? I am Hunter ISC. This is episode 7 of Demon Souls. We're here in 2-1, Stonefang Tunnel. And before we even get started in this episode, I want to quickly point out that already this elevator is up and running. I did have to farm 2-1 a little bit just to upgrade my halberd. So that explains why I've made a little bit of progression in this particular zone. But I'm going to, point out anything that we're missing and just try to be as clear as we can in understanding how this zone is laid out and where all the secrets and treasures are hiding. Okay, now this is one of the earlier zones, of course, for a lot of players. A lot of people will actually take this on immediately after killing off the phalanx in 1-1. We like to do things in a slightly different order, but as a result, it should make this a pretty easy zone to get through. Although the boss is actually quite tricky, and I've always found him to be one of the more frustrating bosses just because of some of his attacks and whatnot. So yeah, we're going to be going on a bit of a tour of this large mining facility, picking up a crushing battle axe +1. That'll be the first piece of loot. Before, oh, am I dead? I'm dead, right? Yeah. You know what? That happens in this game. World tendency is not going to help us out from falling to our deaths, as they announced a big world tendency event coming next week, January 8th. This game's going to be available on PSN for $20. This was really huge news, and maybe it makes me a little bit jealous because, I mean, when I picked up this game, it was like a Japanese import almost, and I paid like 4 times that price. But I think it's great that so many people are going to have an opportunity to play this game. It's really easy to access, just the digital download style. I think it's so smart of the developers to make that call, and it's almost a little bit ironic just because last year around this time the devs were actually thinking of completely taking down the Demon Souls servers. They, I guess, thought that it wasn't popular enough and it wasn't actually worth it just to keep them up and running. And then, here they are, sometime later, 3+ years after release, the servers are still up and running, and now they're going to do this PSN launch, and the game's just going to be that much more popular come next week, which is all really good news for me. It makes me excited to record more of this, and it actually really makes me want to get through this initial Demon Souls walkthrough so that I can do a little bit of extra Demon Souls content and another guide possibly. Normally there's a pickaxe on the ground here that I picked up before. Any treasure that we may be missing in this particular episode, we could have I could have picked it up already. I mean, I've mentioned this before. We needed to get that upgraded halberd, and although I don't always like, leaving things out, I like to keep these walkthroughs as seamless as we can. It's just, it wasn't exactly practical if I wanted to take out Maneater last time the way we did. Now, ordinarily, this gate is closed. You can see I've already opened it. The lever for that gate is directly below us there. So normally you actually just drop down, pull that lever, and then take this same route heading back up here. Now, you can take on this this, I don't know, clown dude that's throwing fireballs at me. But be careful, because I do think that plank... actually, you know what? I don't think that one crumbles, but he's still going to be tossing those fireballs at you, so you got to be careful. So yeah, that's the first major checkpoint and shortcut that you're going to unlock when you pull that lever. And there's another shortcut we're going to unlock shortly here. This is a cool level, though. It's a little bit confusing at first, but I think if you follow along with this walkthrough, it's easy enough. There is an upgrading shard over there ordinarily, but be careful because these flammable chameleons will drop down upon you if you go to collect that. Now there's a massive lava pool over here, obviously not safe, in its current form, and that's sort of our next task, to get rid of that. To cool off that level. So these guys are, of course, going to be dealing a little bit of fire damage. And over here, this is an important part as well. Normally, there are miners, you know, strewn about this whole zone, and some of them actually have, like, satchels with them. Those are the ones you definitely want to kill, just because they've got big drops for all kinds of upgrading shards. Yeah, normally you're going to flip this switch right here, which turns on this elevator, which leads to the beginning of the level, and if you take the elevator all the way to the bottom, a very important NPC is down there, one of the blacksmiths, one of two, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to be absolutely crucial for your playthrough. You're going to, you know, visit him time and time again. And then once it's time to progress a little bit further, head on in here. Let's take a look at what this guy has for me. Some sharpstone. So yeah, sharpstone and hardstone are the two that drop in this zone. And I needed hardstone, I believe, to upgrade my halberd, although I always get those confused. There's a little body sitting down there as well. Normally you got some upgrading shards off of that guy as well. Just to the left here, normally there's a crystal lizard that you'll wanna take on if you can. And then you know what, this is what I was actually thinking of earlier. Oh, there we go. So yeah, there's a big mall or club, I believe, over there, if I'm not mistaken. And if you sprint by, you can make it. I guess I picked it up already. It must be in Stockpile Thomas's stash. Now these barrels here, you can break through, head up these stairs. Just don't try and break them with anything flammable. They will combust if they're ignited. Dropping down here, I think this is a shield, like a steel shield, I think. And this is just a good way to circumvent all those miners waiting to beat me down over in that direction. Heading up here, and yeah, we have lost those guys who were tailing us. We're not going to worry about doing too much exploring around here, I don't think. I thought there was normally something you could pick up around here. Anyways, it's not a big deal. Let's just progress a little further. Forget about those fiery lizards. Take on a couple dogs down here. We can make quick work of them with this weapon. I know this is probably not going to be, it's probably not going to be this easy for a lot of you playing along, especially if you're taking on this zone early. But yeah, I mean, I was approaching this guide in a pretty unorthodox manner. You know, like we cleared 1-1, then 4-1, then 1-2, then 3-1. Like we did it in kind of an odd chronology. So yeah, expect it to be a little bit tougher than sort of what I'm showing you here. I can just about one-shot. Well, I can't quite one-shot these guys. Anyways, so we're getting to that lever I was mentioning before. Getting a little bit more for upgrading materials. Normally there's a piece of loot underneath the ramp there as well. Only a couple miners left here. And now this is the lever in question. Turning the handle, we'll see what it does. There we go. Very refreshing. Okay, so that's sort of another checkpoint in the game, if you want to call it that. Now we're not going to have to worry about making that same run once again. And we can access the boss chamber. So, yeah, this will be the part of the level that I have not been through quite yet. So we've got some upgrading shards, large sharpstone, a little moon grass. Hidden over here is a ring, if I remember. Yep, that poison resistant ring. Could be useful for sure in the 5th world. Oh god, I'm not really looking forward to those episodes, but we may not have to worry about that for a few more videos. We'll do those near the end. And there's one trap up ahead here. You're going to want to assess the situation a little bit before running in. And that's what I was talking about before. Okay. Alright, well, there was a little bit of lingering flame that just stunned me a little bit, caught me off guard. Let's take out this guy now. Alright, I was lucky to dodge that point-blank fireball. We got rid of that clown. What is that guy's name? What's the name of that enemy? They're really sort of a hallmark of Demon Souls, especially near the end of the 1st world. A lot of cinematics are like focused around those like top hat fatzos, and yeah, well, you'll get to see that in a later episode. There's some really cool, really badass cinematics that you'll get to check out soon. I guess we got some guy throwing rocks at me from up above. We'll just run through there. And we're approaching an elevator here. Before we head down, let's take a look at what we've got up here. One more piece of loot. You'll need to grab this one, especially if you're going for that Demon Souls Platinum. Maybe that's what I should do. A Platinum guide for Demon Souls. Oh man, what does that require? 4 playthroughs, I think? 4 new games? Not really sure. It requires a lot though, because some of the boss souls are used for like 4 different spells or miracles or weapons or whatever. Yeah, so we picked up the Chris Blade there. So that one's gonna scale with magic. Not something we're gonna be using. We've taken the elevator down here. We are right in front of the boss chamber. Before heading in, let's see what we've got here. A chunk of spider stone. Alright. And we're ready to take on the boss. You can actually see the boss's eye through the fog gate. Armor spider. Oh no, that's exactly what I wanted to avoid. Although, you know, I do have a good amount of health. I mean, I'm level 40 right now, I believe. And most of my recent points were put into vitality, so we should be in good shape for this boss. If I can get to him. And you know what? You really just need to dodge those sticky projectiles, because that's really annoying. Okay, and then when he does this, it's just a free-for-all. Ouch. Oh, we're getting a little bit too close here. Let's just back up. Let my ring and shield boost my health a little bit. And there we go. We wait for him to do that. Let's try... Actually, I was going to try some R2s, but that just doesn't make sense. The R... Oh, no. Okay, let's back up. Yeah, the R2s for the halberd are really only for, like, if you can hit 2 or 3 targets. It just doesn't make sense to use them on a boss. Okay. Alright, I've got to use a grass. I'm not going to die on this. Let's see if we would have even needed the grass. Yep, we needed that grass for sure. Alright, we're doing another grass. Just a half moon grass, you know. I'm really waiting for him to do that sort of meltdown attack where he just collapses into a heap and I can get some damage in. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. Can we finish him off here? Oh yeah, that running attack has a nice damage bonus on it. And we took care of him. All right. So yeah, maybe a little OP for this boss encounter, but I mean, I guess that's sort of counterbalanced by me being completely underpowered for some of those other zones that I took on, like really early, like you know, clearing the adjudicator zone right out of 1-1, for example. I'm just gonna poke my nose into 2-2 here, get rid of this crystal gecko because you know I see him taunting me from afar. And okay, we don't need to worry about that. We don't need to worry about this zone at all right now. Let's just head back to the Nexus. Okay, so Flame Lurker, of course, comes up next in 2-2. Pure Spider Stone, as well as that Hard Demon Soul. Flame Lurker is really tough. Really, he's one of the hardest bosses in the game for sure. So I don't know if we'll be doing him in the next video. We should probably do 4-2. And you know what? Because I know that this video is a little bit shorter than what is standard, let's do something really quickly here. I want to show you guys the best place in Demon Souls to farm souls. That's 4-2. Same spot that I went to just to get a bunch of souls so that I could level up and kill off Maneater. Because I keep bringing that up because I kind of feel a little guilty about it almost. But I mean, it was the only way we were going to kill off that boss. Really the only way. I wasn't going to do it at that current level or with my primitive gear. This is 4-2. And this is the best place to farm for sure. You start at the Arkstone. You run down here. This is the grave robber Blige, so he sold me that leather armor earlier. It's got some cool stuff for sale. And then when you press down this switch here, it opens this door, you know, so that's open all the time now. You run over here, drop down. Now, oh, I actually wanted to stun the Necromancer with my fall, because if you land on a monster, it does like 2 damage, but it stuns them, interrupts his projectile. So ideally you land on top of him, you stun him like that, and simple as that, you get 4,600 souls. Then what I usually do is actually just run straight out here, straight off the cliff, and just repeat that process again and again. When you suicide like that, your blood stain will show up right here, and you can just continually pick that up, suicide, and you know, getting close to 5,000 souls per run, and a run only takes about 30 or 40 seconds, so you can get a bunch of souls really quickly. And if the tendency is at a Dark World tendency, you get even more souls. So that's the best way to farm souls in Demon Souls. I wanted to share that with you guys, and why don't we just leave things off?
The demons haven't got to you, have they? I'm in luck. You see that pit? It's filled with treasure, but I can't get to it myself. Go on, have a look. It's more riches than I've ever dreamed of. That's it. That pit just there. Go on, get a little closer.
Yeah?
What's keeping you? Have a look at that treasure down in the pit. Then we'll work out a way to fish it out.
It's ironic because you can actually encounter this NPC earlier in the game, and he's you know, he's very dishonest in that encounter. So I don't know why you would begin to trust him in this encounter. But yeah, taking a gander down in that deep hole, the snake patch just boots you in.
Don't hold it against me, eh? Take your time, starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Heavens! Did you fall for that little devil's trap? Well, I did the same. He fooled me, and now I am stuck here. The reverberations seem to suggest that we are connected to the outside. But dark, fearsome souls stand between us and freedom. But have no fear. God will cleanse us of evil. Pray with me. Umbasa.
So this is Saint Urbain.
Heavens. Well, the but pray with Umbasa.
He teaches miracles in the Nexus once you free him. And to free him, we have to take on this Black Phantom here. Alright, a little bit of a trade there to finish things off. So we've gotten rid of that Black Phantom. One of the easier Black Phantoms in the game for sure. There's one really cool thing in this game, that when you switch a world's tendency to black and have the tough Black Phantoms show up, they are hard.
Oh, it's you. Did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today? God has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. Umbasa.
All right, so yeah, we just had a chat with Urbain. He's given us thanks for eliminating that Black Phantom, and yeah, I was just mentioning before that I really like the end game in Demon Souls. You know, bosses like Old King Doran, like nearly impossible to kill without resorting to really cheap tactics, and other pure black phantoms that you encounter. They're just really, really tough enemies that we don't really, you know, have those encounters in Dark Souls. Just kind of wanted to mention that. See what this asshole has to say for himself.
You. Hey, look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Well, I mean, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look. I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together. I know. Here, take this as a token of my friendship. You've seen one of these before, surely.
Oh, wonderful. A little bleed resist there.
Come on, no need to drag.
Oh my god, you can headbutt people. I heard someone on a forum or something reference headbutting in Demon Souls, and I had no idea what he was talking about. Apparently when you're unarmed and you do the forward R1 motion, it's a headbutt. That is pretty funny. I think we need to give Patches what he has coming to him. It's your turn, buddy. Alright. Feeling liberated? Let's head back to the Nexus. I just want to check quickly. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. Saint Urbain. So he should be available now in the Nexus as far as I know. And maybe he has some miracles that we could, you know, find useful. Here he is.
Thanks to you, I was able to seek refuge in this Nexus. Now I stay here and pray, along with my disciples, for the heroes facing the demons. If you wish for benevolent protection in your fight against the demons, then bring me. I will cleanse them and perform a miracle with their power.
Antidote, regeneration, that can definitely be useful. Banish, using old monk's soul. So that's a, you know, that's a primeval demon. Or no, sorry, an arc demon rather. And it has a number of uses, so you could invest it in Banish. Banishes black phantoms near the caster to their own world. It's quite interesting. I mean, if you really are anti-PvP, I guess, you want to kick people out of your game, you can use that one. This regeneration one would be nice to stack up with the other life regen that I have. I don't know, I guess we can consider that. I'll let you know in the next episode. I did grab Evacuate, just so that, you know, it's just a convenience miracle. I had to spend 20,000 souls on that. So I grabbed that. And, I mean, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Clearing 2-1 pretty easily. And I'm down that we got to take in that Patches encounter. I don't know. Those are just fun. Pretty cool to see. And that in that farming spot. Man, how many times have I done that farming run? You know, over this like 3-year span of Demon Souls, countless times running 4-2 for souls. Okay, guys, check out that January 8th release of Demon Souls on PSN. I mean, it's $20, and it's gonna be really fun. There's gonna be a lot of people playing all of a sudden. They're doing this Pure White World Tendency event across the whole server, which some people are kind of pissed off about, just because it's not really, you know, it's not really the true game. I guess it's easier on Pure White World Tendency, and it is appealing to the noobs. But I mean, the game's going to be swarming with new players, so maybe that's suitable. They'll get to see the real Demon Souls, you know, after that expires, and you know, maybe they're going to do a Pure Black World Tendency event to follow. I guess that would be kind of sadistic of the developers, but we'll just have to see. But that's going to do it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching this episode 7 of our Demon Souls guide. I'm excited to do more. Take care, okay? I'm Hunter SC. Peace out.